Hi everyone. This is going to be in the Hall of the Mountain King for Guitar Ensemble, Guitar 3. The one thing that you want to get is the terminology of a lot of what's on the score. For example, the P-I-Z-Z is not pizza, it's pizzicato. And pizzicato is going to be when you place your hand on the strings, muting them, and then play with your thumb. It is a muted effect. Most important thing is that you've got flesh, but you don't want too much, so that you don't get anything. It has to. That's why I get as close to the bridge as possible, almost sitting on the bridge. So you've got the pitch, but you have the muted effect of the instrument. It's used quite a bit. In this piece of music by all the guitars. So and then if you see what's called, it'll say non-pits if they want you to remove that. That usually gives you an indication that you've been playing pits already. And if you're not, then that means, I better check to see if I should have been doing that. There's another word in here that's used, and it's called sul tasto. And they actually tell you play on the fingerboard, meaning actually sul tasto is like over the table, like above the fingerboard here. So you're going to be playing. Or, and I notice here on that when they ask you to do sul tasto, they do want thumb only, which I would advocate too. I think that's a very good move. Ordinary or ORD, and just back to the standard playing, no sul tasto or pizzicato, but in the standard place that you would play. And then, of course, you do have tambora as well. And tambora is when you're taking, and it's generally when you're playing on a chord, and the chord happens to be in E minor. The whole piece is in E minor. And you make your E minor chord, but you strike your thumb against, very close to where the bridge is. Strike it fast so that you get not only the kind of rhythm or of sounding like a drum against the bridge, but you also hear the sound of the strings. Best way to do that is, you don't want to hit too hard, you don't want to break the guitar, but I like to hit it this way, and that helps me to do it. Some people do it this way. When you're going fast, sometimes it requires you to do this. I like to do this. I get a little bit more of a drum sound that way. But let the director tell you how you should do it. Okay, so going over the parts. Pizzicato, of course, is going to be what you're going to play when you're playing the melody. And you're playing a lot of bass parts. But then you're also playing at B these 16th notes, and they're slurs. So it's, when you see the curved line, you want to do the pull off and then back as a hammer. And in the score, I agree with this, they use second finger to first finger and back because it's your strong fingers, even when you go up to the D. As opposed to, using another set of fingers. I'm just always doing the 1 and 2. It's kind of what you would do on a violin too. Or, in most parts, I think he's got a half step. And I'll tell you when you need the half step or not. Then, of course, sul tasto melody at 38. But in addition to that, you have accent marks. So those marks that are going this way, actually for you guys, it probably looks this way. And so you'll have first is a slur, and then accent, 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 slur. That time you got to do slur in two different places. And then, of course, these are all slurs. It's hammer and pull off, right? Or pull off and hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a rest in between, so you have to stop the notes. 1, 2, rest, 4. Rest, 2, rest, 4. Okay, so stop that. Stop those notes from ringing. You don't want this, because the note's going to continue to ring. So you need. Oftentimes I'll mute here, but I'll also mute with my left hand, sort of keeping the fingers off, and that produces the rest, the sound of the silence that you need. You will have slurs here on B to A sharp, right? And I like this finger, 2 to 1. And then also the B to the A sharp here, 2 to 1. At a certain point, you're going to be playing, oh yeah, there it is, D and C sharp. So they are all half steps. And that is going to be with your fingers. I'm doing it with my thumb here because I was working with the thumb with everything else. But that's going to be with your fingers. Off, off, off. And then you're going to go back to the melody, but this time not sul tasto or with your thumb, but just standard. And then at D, rehearsal letter D, you have a grace note that will be played before the final note. And it's basically played right before the beat. So if you're going 1, it's going to go 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I see here in the fingerings, it looks like he wants the thumb on both notes, the grace note, and then, so it's like a chord. You're playing the 5th string, or 5th fret of the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and the 1st finger on the G, 1st string, 3rd fret, and you're playing, it's an E minor. So E, okay, and do observe all the rest. So it looks like at 60 or 84, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got a whole bunch of them in a row there. Use your thumb. It's strong. It really projects the sound. And then at the very end, you've got tambura, but it's starting on piano, going to fortissimo, three Fs. So you're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry, I'm doing that as 16th notes. They're supposed to be 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's your final note. When you see the like that, you're going to strum the chord on beat 2. On beat 2. So hopefully that gives you all the parameters of the piece, you know, in terms of what the terminology is, where you're supposed to play it, and how you're supposed to play it. So now I'm going to play the piece at 80. It's supposed to be at 120. I'm playing it at 80 to the quarter note for practice purposes, all the way through the whole piece. There is one page turn that I got to get to, so you might hear something a little strange. My page turner is not working right now, so I'm going to go right to it by turning the page right with my finger. Okay, so here's the beginning. Your very first note, open B. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a fermata. It's held until it's cut off. Then you've got you've got 8 measures of rest from A. So this is going to be A, okay? I'll count a measure into A. 1, 2, 3, 4, A. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, pizzicato. More rests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, pizzicato. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes some G's. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Reversal letter B. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pizzicato. 2, 3, 4. G and B and B, B and G and B. Sul tasto. Back to 1, 4, 1, 1, 3, to the D. Up to the B. Crescendo. Forte. Pizzicato on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 F sharp, 2 F natural. Back to G. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, 2. Then F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it comes. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, you heard me make that one mistake when I was trying to do the keeping track of all the numbers. I was going 1, 4 when it's supposed to be 1, rest, 3, and play. Anyway, I know you understand what's going on with everything there. So hopefully this is helpful. Okay, I hope so. All right.